Ah, after a long day's work, there is nothing like sitting down to play my favorite game, World of Warcraft. Now, which version should I play today? Retail, Cataclysm Classic, Classic Era, Classic Hardcore, Season of Discovery, Master, Retail PT, 20th Anniversary Hardcore, Cataclysm PT, SoD 20th Anniversary Classic Edition, the Plunder Storm? You know what? Maybe I'll just watch TV instead. World of Warcraft has too many versions. Today, I read a press release that the Anniversary Edition of the game had Phase 3 launch today. Yay. What does that mean exactly? I really don't know anymore. It's just all too hard to keep track of. Tell me, what game franchise has 8 active versions targeting the same players? Oh right, none. I wonder why. The only other MMO that does anything similar is RuneScape, and guess what? They have a whopping 2 different modes. 3 if you count RuneScape Classic, but that's more for just looking at rather than playing, so let's not count that. So what's the big deal, Rotan, you might be saying? There's plenty of successful companies out there that have multiple products and multiple product lines. Hell, Coca-Cola doesn't only just sell one drink, they have tons. And to that I say, you're right, but unlike Coca-Cola, World of Warcraft's many versions don't expand the market, they fracture it. There's a fine line between having helpful products and fragmenting your user base. In positive cases, having more products does 2 things. 1, it will expand your market, or 2, you will sell more products to your current market. Therein lies the problem with WoW's many versions. How many subscriptions does Blizzard gain from players who only play Classic Era? How many from only Cataclysm Classic? Yes, I know you're out there, please don't roast me in the comments, but let's be honest, most players have dabbled in the other game modes. So Blizzard's audience isn't so much expanding as it is shuffling between lobbies. But Rotan, you just said that more products means more spending, even for existing users. And to that I say, we have a good listener in our midst. Yes, but are you really paying more for the access to these other products? No, you get access to all of them on the same subscription. And you can't play more than one version at a time. Not to mention, even if you could, they all have a really high time commitment requirement. So really, you have to choose which version you're going to invest your time in. What Blizzard is doing is fragmenting their user base, segregating them into separate, siloed games, all under the guise that everyone has a choice on what they want to play. But let's be careful which one you choose, as the time required to switch to another version is not trivial. In trying to be everything to everyone, WoW is starting to feel like a game for no one. What this has led to is a community that's rallied around the same franchise or universe in Warcraft, but with a segregated community that is at odds with itself. I get comments on every video I release telling me I'm either a classic Andy that's living in nostalgia and can't move on with their life, or I'm a retail apologist who can't take the grit and challenge of real WoW. It's hard to believe that we all love and play the same game. This segregation also makes every version feel more dead than it should. There's this mathematical principle called Metcalfe's law, stick with me here. It states that the amount of interactions possible is the square of its user base. So if there's 100 players, that's 10,000 possible social interactions they can have. But 2 segregated sets of 50 would be 2,500 plus 2,500, meaning 5,000 total interactions. In short, same number of users, half the amount of social interactions between them due to this segregation. So what does that really mean for World of Warcraft? Well, look, here's Classic Era Stormwind, here's Season of Discovery Stormwind, and here's Dornegal in retail. Now imagine if all of these players were in the same world and placed together at the same time. Stormwind or Dornegal would be alive with energy, alive with players interacting in trade chat and in say chat again, with the soul of the game coursing through them. World of Warcraft is fundamentally a social network of a game, and everything from raiding to making your own guild to trading on the auction house requires player interaction. Instead, due to this fragmentation, everywhere feels like a ghost town, and every set of players for their own version seems to hate every other set of players. It's sad, even frustrating at times, especially for me who loves all things Warcraft. Blizzard has turned its community against itself in an effort to please us all. It's like what Bilbo says, WoW feels like butter scraped across too much bread. World of Warcraft simply has too many versions. Does it even matter which one we choose to play anymore? Thanks for watching, subscribe if this video earned it, and take care.